Started YouTube. I was watching this goddamn whatever podcast video. And, these people be saying some dumbass shit. I was like, let me just make a video. Because usually I be thinking about what video am I going to make? Now I'm just like, man, whatever, man. I'm just going to press record.
That's true.
Listen.
Double time on my business. Cause niggas got intentions on winning. Y'all niggas only out here bitching. My nigga blood, but he crippin'.
The big difference, though, that does not exist in women, that does exist in men, and I would argue this is a evolutionary psychology basis, biological basis, is paternity uncertainty. So men, it's not even necessarily an intellectual thing. A woman who's promiscuous, you cannot guarantee the paternity of your child if she's promiscuous.
How you get a DNA test?
Well, but that doesn't.
And that's so funny because, like, you have a lot of women that say that, yet we still have so many cases where a dude is taking care of a child, and then he finds out that's not my kid, but on papers, he already signed his name over, so now he has to take care of that child. And a lot of the time, depending on the situation, the courts will make your ass do that shit, nigga.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Undo hundreds of thousands of years of evolution.
No.
So, for example,
And that's
a
the
woman who
modern age.
has 10 husbands, right? If she sleeps with all of them, who's the fucking father? Whereas a man who has 10 wives, you know who the father is in each of those instances. So women can, if you have a child, you know with certainty that the child is yours, obviously, because of just the anatomical and biological reality that women are the ones who give birth.
Mm-hmm.
But women, since we don't give birth, we cannot with certainty know if the
that's
child is
not
ours. So one of the best ways to be certain of that is one, if she's a virgin, or two, we know that she's not promiscuous and has a low body count.
And if she has like a larger body count, you should assume that, like, more than likely she has relationships in her past that she are still tied to her present. And those type of females be lying, nigga.
You lying ass bitch.
Because the moment she'll go out there and mess around with some dude, get pregnant by him, won't tell you nothing, you'll be here like, oh, that's my kid. You will be lucky if she dates a nigga outside of your race. Because imagine you're an Asian nigga, but an Asian chick, she goes out there and sleeps with a black nigga. You're going to be lucky it was a black nigga because you'll be able to tell immediately. Oh, bitch, you thought you go come in here. Howdy kitty, shocking.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, little homie, and press that notification button too, my nigga. Now let's get back to it.
I have a question.
Sure. Do you want to respond to that, or
sorry.
maybe you respond and then?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not. I'm just.
Oh, my battery.
I somewhat understand like what you're saying.
Why are women attracted to tall men? Tall men. Why are women attracted to muscular men?
Because they can protect them. Maybe this, like, I don't know.
Okay,
like giving.
But is it okay? Sure, right. So in that same way, men are attracted to women who are not promiscuous. It's like it's ingrained in us.
It's whoever's going to further your bloodline, really.
Yeah.
And it's so weird to me because, like, women don't find it weird all the things they like about men. Like, she was like, I need him to be tall. I need him to be this, that, all these things that a guy can't change about himself, right? I need him to have this type of hair, all these superficial nonsense things. And then when a guy is asking for things that women can change about themselves, which is just don't be promiscuous because your body isn't even supposed to be given away like that.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
But even for dudes, it's like, that's not a thing that I tell. Oh, guys can do it, but women can't. But I'm saying with men, there's an understanding of why it's different is because usually the guys that do that are men that are really wanted. Like, it makes sense why Kevin Hart cheated on his wives the amount of times that he did, because the old Kevin Hart didn't have bitches coming at him left and right before he was big. But after he got big, I promise you women are throwing themselves at that nigga every 5 seconds. So it makes sense why a guy like that would have a lot of sex. Like, he's earned it.
No shit, Sherlock.
But the majority of you girls, you look cute, and then you're giving that away without thinking. It don't make no sense.
Yeah. Well, because you mentioned, well, we have DNA tests now.
Yeah.
But just because we have this invention of human brilliance doesn't undo, again, the fact that there's been hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. It's ingrained in us as men. And again, this thing does not exist in women. Paternity, when it comes to the maternity, I guess, or whatever, it's impossible to exist in women, because when you have a child, you know with certainty that's your child. Mm-hmm. But you could be hooking up with another dude. We don't know. That kid might not be ours.
Exactly.
So men have a more natural revulsion to female promiscuity than the reverse. Not to say that I think women are totally justified in taking issue and quarrel with male promiscuity. However, there's not that ingrained biological and evolutionary basis that exists in men.
It's this simple. Let's say I'm talking to two women. One of them has a 0 body count. The other has a body count of 50. Which one of them do you think I'm going to feel more confident in her
being able to take care of my kids and
which one
not
do you think will inspire more confidence in her fidelity long term?
50. I'm just kidding. The virgin.
Right, exactly. And it's a natural, immediate instinct. Right? And and
that's what women don't understand. That's why the chick with 50 bodies or these porn stars or these OnlyFans chicks, of course you have guys that are willing to sleep with you, right? Because even the chick with 50 bodies, there are a bunch of dudes out there that will sleep with you. But will they marry you? No. Because as much as women want to make it seem like, oh, it's a new age and every girl out there is a whore. No. There are a lot of women out there you can find that do not have that body count, that have the mentality that you want. And those are the women that get married. Especially in today's age when guys are afraid of getting married. Especially in today's age when guys are afraid of getting married. Those are the women that are getting picked up, right? Some dudes are still making mistakes. Don't get me wrong. There's still the Jadas in the will, but shit, that was way before. But today, niggas we're more aware of that shit, females, and you should be too.
I am the way it's really that simple. It's like our biology, our DNA, like it hunts for that like purity, and there is like a revulsion towards that promiscuity because it is biologically very dangerous for a man to commit to a woman who might sleep with another man who he might end up raising the child of.
But
like it's thousands of years of like programming.
Don't you think there's purity in a girl that is loyal to you regardless of body count? Like she's loyal.
No. But there can't be. I already knew she was gonna say some stupid shit. It's like,
man, what the fuck is you talking about?
What? Being with me regardless of body count, that doesn't make sense. If a girl has had 50 bodies and she chooses to be with me, do you know what that tells me? It tells me that nobody out there wants to keep her. She's been through 50 niggas.
That's true.
Yeah, but I just mean like taking away body count. Let's say she has a lot of body count, but she's loyal to you. She's never slept with anyone.
She's not loyal. She's just not wanted
Isn't there
at that point.
purity in that too? Like, why is it just like?
I wouldn't call that like purity. I would call it loyalty. But the question of why it matters is like, for example, okay, so you could have a woman who has a 50 body count, and she could be the most loyal woman in the world.
I'm like, come on. There are those type of women, like the Lana Rhodes, right? There are a lot of porn star females out there there are a lot of porn star females out there that do this thing where they'll sleep with thousands of people, and they'll tell you all on video, thousands of people. Then they'll be like, I got in a great relationship with a guy that accepts me for me. Then a few weeks later, I'm out of this relationship because he really didn't accept me for me. And I really loved him and I really wanted to be with him. And I was down to stick with him, but he didn't want me, because that's always what happens. That's always what, they just don't think about it. But dudes don't want that. Don't nobody want that shit, bro.
No shit, Sherlock.
They'll lie to themselves for a second, and they'll lie to you for a second. But then at the end of the day, you're always going to end up holding a bag of shit, because don't nobody want that.
But a man is still going to want to know, hey, how did that happen? Like like if a guy cares about body count, he's going to want to know, how did that happen? What happened there? What compelled you to sleep with all of these men? Like, what was the pattern that unfolded? What was it in your psychology?
Yeah.
Like, he's probably going to want to understand that if it's something that he cares about, because ultimately at the end of the day, it's like, is this woman going to be loyal to me in the future? Like, loyalty is extremely, extremely important, obviously, to both sexes. You know, that's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it too is like Brian was talking about before, us men are extremely territorial when it comes to women that we're really into. Like, if a guy doesn't really care about a woman that much, like, he might not care if she's seeing other guys, but if a guy really likes a woman and he really loves her, he's not going to want to share her with other men in the present or in the past.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nothing else to say, man. You said it right there. Expecting anything else is just you being goofy. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. All right. When it comes, oh goddamn, that ice cream. Down the wrong pipe. Give me a second. That's crazy. But when it comes to promiscuity, it's like, it's a lot of a crazier thing on the woman's side, because when it's a guy that's had a lot of bodies, weirdly enough, women accept that just as much as men accept that.
That's true. That's true. That's pretty true.
I'm pretty sure you guys have even heard this yourself, right? Women like men that are taken. So the moment that a guy gets into a relationship, he becomes a lot more attractive to a woman than when he's single. Because that's just the way women's mind work. They like men that are taken, that can prove that they can be wanted by the opposite sex. And the moment that they prove that, you see a sea of women start finding them attractive. And that's the difference. That's the reason why every time you see these guys that can pick up all these different chicks, it's like, yeah, of course these guys are respected more than the women that are giving their bodies away, because they have to earn that.
That's not fair! That's not fair!
How do you get something for free, but then you want people to respect when you sell it to them for $1 million? You see, that doesn't make sense. That's how women kind of works. Like, they get products for free, and then they want to overcharge the market by being like, we're going to price it at 3 times the normal market value, when it's like, you didn't earn it, right? Where it's very different for guys, where it's like, once they've earned that marketable name, right, then they start to price the market at a price point where it's like, women will come at this price point, right? Where guys start being able to do all sorts of crazy things, where it's like, I'll have 10 females that are all willing to be in this relationship with me because I have money. But he has to earn the ability to do that, whereas a woman is just given that ability. You understand? Hopefully y'all can... Why am I looking over here? Oh, hopefully y'all can understand what I'm talking about. But please like, sub, all that good shit. You already know what it is. It's your boy Walt. We out of here. Check out the other videos. Oh, did I say like and subscribe? Of course I did. We're out.
I hope you niggas enjoyed the video. But even if you didn't, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'ma shit on your carpet. It's your boy Walt. Catch you in the next video.